Family, grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. I'm not gonna lie, I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes. Because let me just, Spirit told me that you need to recognize and move in your spiritual self. And I'm like, cool, because that's definitely worthy of conversation and of recognition, because many people don't even recognize their spiritual self and don't really know how to move in that. And then Spirit gave me spiritual diner. Recognizing I'm understanding Spirit of family. Recognizing and moving in your spiritual self. Right? It's all about how you're feeding yourself and how you're allowing yourself to be fed in your spiritual diner. See, it's a little hard for some people to recognize and move in their spiritual self. Some people can recognize it. Some people can move in it and not even recognize that that's what they're moving in. But see, when you can recognize it and then when you can move in it at the same time, that is something totally different and something very powerful in the universe. Ashe, Spirit. And when you understand that, you have to do different levels of protection. Like set up the perimeter. Ashe, ashe. See, someone out there, and I know she's going to get that when I said that. See, this is how I know. When I say that when I do these, it's not just Spirit telling me messages to give you. It's also downloads that I receive. Because like I said, we're in this journey together. I'm walking down my spiritual journey. I'm walking. I'm driving. I've acquired a boat. Child, don't even get me started. But today, it's finding and being and moving in your spiritual self because of how you're getting fed in your spiritual diner. See, some of y'all are going along this journey and y'all are stopping because you get a little hungry. That's understandable. You need to be fed a little bit. You've given so much and you're a little bit famished. You know what I'm saying? And that's understandable. And you just need to get fed a little bit. And your spirit and ancestors are ready to feed you this beautiful meal. But see, you get to the diner and you walk in with the sandwich that you had with you along the ride. You came in the diner with food. You came in the diner with food. You came into the eating establishment with food. When that's just not no ordinary eating establishment, baby. See, when you go in there with food, you're telling Spirit and you're telling the ancestors, I'ma just sit here and feed myself. I don't need anything from you. See, there's a difference between the diner and the restaurant. When you go to the diner, you need something. Spirit, this is... I had the privilege on what everyone calls Christmas, on the 25th of December, of sitting down and actually having a conversation with a young lady who I had just met briefly one time before. And the conversation turned to just naturally, actually, just on a spiritual realm. Because she said she sometimes does tarot. And then we got to talking. And then I was telling her about my channel, and she was telling me about TikTok. And I was just... She was telling me how I need to go on TikTok and how some of it works. And I hadn't really described how my channel worked, because I couldn't really put it into words, because to me, I'm just having a conversation. But then she said, so you're channeling? Spirit, I feel you on me. And she said, wow. She said, so you're channeling? Wow, that's cool. Because it's not... Because it's not about when you go to the diner who's giving you the food. It's about when you come to the diner that you come empty-handed and ready to eat. Spirit, thanks. The messages that you receive when you sit down can come from anywhere. And some people are designated on this earth to give you messages, to help you along your journey. But when you're sitting and you're writing and you're famished and you're tired, and you walk into that spiritual diner with your own food, you don't have enough room. You don't have enough room for anything else to be fed to you. See, even when you leave in spirit and the ancestors have packed you a to-go bag, it's a to-go bag to get you into the next diner, to get you into the next thing. You're not supposed to have leftovers for when you get to the next diner. That means you haven't eaten something that they have given you. That means that you have purposely but unknowingly chosen not to eat the food, the fruit, the life that the spirit and ancestors have given you. Because you thought that you were just going to wait and get to the next thing. The leftovers are just to sustain you till you need to go to the next one. Till it gets to the point where you don't... Till it gets to the point where you don't need to go to the diner. And you're going to the restaurant. And it's totally different when you go to the restaurant instead of the diner. Because when you go to the restaurant, you're entering that whole place different than when you entered into the diner. And that whole service, oh my God. That whole service and everything is on a totally different level and plane. But baby, we ain't even there yet. We ain't even there yet, but we gonna get there. Spirit, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're responsible for what you know. So if you know that you're changing things around you, if you know that you like the dish that the ancestors gave you at the diner, you are responsible for holding on to that. Looking to find the ingredients for the recipe, which is moving in your magic, baby. That is moving in your magic. Spirit, I give thanks. When Spirit comes to give you that cup of coffee, that orange juice, that latte, that hot cocoa, that water, distilled or spring water, that juice pressed, that hot ginger tea, you're ready to hold a conversation with your waiter or waitress. So they can tell you the origins of your beverage, which is the origins of what you were looking for, baby. Some of y'all ain't even gonna understand the hearing right now, because Spirit, see, when you are recognizing your spiritual self, you're eating this food, and you're recognizing that this is so good to you, that you want this all the time, that when you're around something that challenges how you felt in that diner, how when something challenges how you felt in that diner, engaging or moving in that feels out of place to you. So many are so afraid of being their true spiritual self that it gives them conflict, and they're not willing to throw away that to-go dish that they got from the previous diner in the trash can outside of the new diner that says, "Put your old trash here." You can't get the new if you're holding on to the old. You can't move in your spiritual self if you're holding on to the old, baby. You're just going to the diner for a seat under a roof, and they're going to let you sit when you're coming in with your own food. But trust and believe, when they're looking at you trying to figure out what are you doing, don't look at them trying to figure out why you looking at me like that. They looking at you like, "Baby, what are you doing?" This is on me so good, I don't even know what to do right now, family. Family, I don't even know what to do right now. This is on me so good. I give thanks. Spirit said it's important to note that this is the first broadcast of 2026. Baby, lucky you, lucky you, lucky you. Not all of y'all are going to get this, and that's cool. I don't need for all of y'all to get this. I just need for those of y'all who to get this, who are about that. Ill and willing to dig into that, to understand that sometimes you keep bringing food to your spiritual diner, and that's when you're not walking in your true spiritual self. You're letting the outside, this mortal world, influence you in what you're doing and how you're moving and how you talk. Because when you got that taste of your true spiritual self, it frightened you a little bit. That food was so good, you just didn't think that it was even really a thing. Spirit, I give thanks. Spirit said I am done here. Spirit said I am done here, so I am done. Family, I give thanks. I give thanks. I love you. Baby. Baby. Get ready. Get ready. The food is delicious. I promise you. Ashe, Spirit, Ashe. I love you, family. Peace.